Hi guys and welcome to another Hero of the Week. This week's hero is Nick Robinson of the BBC. Now Nick, who has been usually going easy in general on politicians when it's the issue of Brexit, was not pulling any punches and was doing a really good job of holding members of the governing party's feet to the fire. He was speaking to Alexander Stafford, Tory MP, who wants the public to believe that Sue Gray, remember her, the lady tasked with determining if Boris Johnson broke his own rules and what should be done about it during the partygate scandal. Well, Alexander wants you to believe that Sue, who is currently in the process of being hired as Labour's Chief of Staff, needs to be investigated herself. Nick was having none of this rubbish. Have a listen.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Sue Gray didn't unlock the bottles of wine. She didn't deliver the suitcases of alcohol. She didn't deliver a fridge to Downing Street. In what way does it discredit the allegations in Partygate?
Because it needs to work out who was she actually working for. Was she working for the British public, or was she working for a job interview to secure his office?
I've just asked you who held the parties. Was it Sue Gray?
Well, we need to say, what was her motive? What was her motive
we're
to
not
try
talking.
and work
I'm not
out
asking
and look
a
at the
question,
evidence?
Mr. Stafford, about Sue Gray.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you about the parties. Did Sue Gray have anything to do with having parties in Number 10?
Did Sue Gray have any information that she passed on to Keir, or try and look at information in a particular light?
That's the third time you've ignored that question. That's the third time you've ignored that question. Do you, as you think this inquiry into Partygate has been discredited, do you now want to have a fresh inquiry into Boris Johnson's decisions about allowing parties to take place in Downing Street?
What clearly we need to do is have an inquiry into how she was appointed, why she was appointed, when she started the application process for Sir Keir.
Mr. Stafford, you're not a regular on the Today programme, but we have a habit here, which is I ask a question and you at least make some appearance of trying to answer the question rather than simply ignoring it. So I'll ask it again. Do you want a fresh inquiry into the Partygate allegations?
I want a fresh inquiry into every aspect of it.
Well, let's leave the interview there, Mr.
Stafford. So you have to understand how these things work. Tory MPs, ministers, members of cabinet, whatever, are given talking points by headquarters, Tory Party HQ. Before they go on the media, they're saying, this is what you have to say. Now, a clever politician can work around that, but really stupid politicians just stick to the script. And the script is, we have to... how can we say, we have to undermine investigations into Boris Johnson because there's some sort of political bias on the side of Sue Gray. Sue Gray, she's a Labour Party activist, so this automatically renders the investigation into Boris Johnson null and void. Now, she was hired by Boris Johnson. People like Jacob Rees-Mogg and anyone who questioned the Tories about why she was hired by Boris Johnson, the response was always, she's independent. She's an independent investigator, in a sense, into Boris Johnson and Partygate, and whatever her findings are, they have to be respected. Now you have Tory MPs. Now, like a few days ago, I think it was the 1st of March, she applied to be, or she was invited to be, I'm not sure which way it went, but she was put in the process of becoming the Chief of Staff of the Labour Party. This is years, literally years after her releasing her report. Now, the problem with all of this is the Tories have been saying, well, we need to have an investigation into Sue Gray. You know, was there political bias here? You hear what he was saying about maybe she was handing information over to Keir Starmer. But Nick Robinson done a wonderful job here. He said, no. The question is, was she the one who was delivering wine? Was she the one organising the parties? And finally, the sort of nail in the coffin for all of this, do you want another investigation into Boris Johnson's Partygate? No, he doesn't. He's just trying to discredit Sue Gray, trying to say that, well, she has some sort of political bias or a political leaning, and that means that she would be discredited. Now, the thing is, if she wants to become the Labour Chief of Staff, it has to be approved by the Advisory Committee on Business Appointments. And it will be Rishi Sunak who will decide, well, he can block this appointment. So there's no need for an investigation into her. If Rishi Sunak doesn't block this appointment, then this whole scandal should go away. But it's a pretty pathetic move by the Conservatives. But as you can see here, Nick Robinson is a quality journalist who's willing to take none of this rubbish. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.